It is a beautiful evening and a warm welcome. This is a live broadcast of the Sunday edition. We're here at the Hill in Pockets Hill, Highlands, Harare, the capital city. I am Liam Bernard.
And I am Yvonne Mukondani. It is a pleasure having you with us. Peaceway Jomunika gives us the bulletin in sign language. Let's take a look at the stories we're leading with tonight.
In our leading stories tonight, a section of more than 18 kilometers of Harare-Mazowe Road now dualized and open to the traffic.
Then the community from Beitbridge district connects with sacred Jompembe mountain.
And buzzing in a sport, India stuns Pakistan secures semi-final spot in ICC Men's Under-19 Cricket World Cup. Those are leading stories. We start off with the main news. The rehabilitation of the Harare-Kanyemba Highway is gathering momentum with a section of 18.3 kilometers from Harare to Mazowe having been dualized and now open to traffic. Our first report tonight.
The dualized section of 18.3 kilometers forms a part of the broader scope of the Harare-Kanyemba Highway Road Rehabilitation Project, an initiative designed to transform the 354-kilometer corridor into a modern transit artery.
Road warukusota kumana warukusota road hayo zviri kufamba chaizvo pesi hombe chaiyo hatinotenda
tinenge takushandisa road mugwagwa uri nyore kuti tinopinda muZambia saka vanhu vakawanda vari kufara tandagara tine dambudziko rekuti vanhu vanitenderera kutanga vaenda kuHarare vozoenda kuKaroi kudzamara vazoenda kuZambia.
Munoziva kuti muri yeZimbabwe isusu tine mufaro wakanyanya sevachairi. Izvozvi tanga tiri mumugwagwa munomu taona pano parutwa zvidawado wakomana mugwagwa uyu uri kutapira wakomana pesi iri kufambwa nayo pano yaita kuti tsaona dziite shoma njodzi dzibude mukati memugwagwa weKanyemba.
Nawo road inawo yakanaka iri kutibatsira isusu.
We are enjoying the road very well.
Nawo ugadzirwa kweroad ndinoona sechirongwa chakanakisa kwazvo. Kozi kuno kumazowe kunoti tine dambudziko emapotholes chichi.
Marodzi edu arinyatsoita aya dzamakapeti kana maaccident takutonoti amaaccident amashoma.
Mvura pavakalauncha road rehabilitation scheme aiwa zvikunakidza zvikuita kudadisa tikufamba mutepfetepfe.
Government has already indicated that there will be an escalation of road rehabilitation projects following the extension of the emergency road rehabilitation program up to the end of December this year.
The Ministry of Transport has procured asphalt plants, and currently we've got 2, and we are in the process of procuring 4 additional asphalt plants, and 1 will be commissioned in just a few weeks to come at Skyline. The purpose of the asphalt plant is for us to then procure the hot mix, premix, where we use actually in terms of road rehabilitation, in terms of road patching, patching potholes, the extension of ERRP2 again, the SI 47 of 2021, which has been extended again to 31st of December, 2026 again by the wise leadership of His Excellency Comrade Dr. Masonda Mnangagwa. Yes, indeed, we are riding on that, which therefore gives impetus in terms of procurement processes that we have as a ministry, where you see shortened bidding times so as to attend to emergency issues. So this is something that is ongoing, and the idea behind the declaration is to then mandate the Minister of Transport to take urgent action in terms of rehabilitating our roads.
Meanwhile, government has also shifted its attention to repairing intra-city roads that have been damaged by the rains.
The ministry have got a cabinet directive for recapacitation of our maintenance units for the whole country. So what we have done as the ministry was we started the procurement of equipment and the plant for maintenance of all our roads, that is the tarred roads and gravel roads for the whole country. Most of our roads, especially the urban roads, have been damaged by the rains. And our gangs are out now to make sure that all our roads are patched.
President Emmerson Mnangagwa says that the ongoing infrastructure development programs are a reflection of the country's vision for a modernized Zimbabwe.
Infrastructure development, particularly road and dam construction remains one of our strategic priorities. The ongoing projects throughout the country are a reflection of our party's vision for national development. In all that we do, we remain grounded on unity, on discipline, on patriotism, on loyalty, hard, honest work, focus, and commitment to inclusive development.
Under the National Development Strategy 1, government rehabilitated over 54,000 kilometers of the country's road network. John Nandara, ZBC News, Mazoe.
President Emmerson Mnangagwa is set to attend the World Government Summit in Dubai this week as part of the engagement and re-engagement agenda while attracting investments across all sectors of the economy. Now, our political editor Bruce Jawanda is already in Dubai. We had a discussion with the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Trade, Professor Amon Murwira, so as to shed more light on the objectives of the summit.
Zimbabwe is set to participate at the 2026 World Government Summit, and President Emmerson Mnangagwa is set to take part in that discussion. I'm joined by the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Trade, Professor Amon Murwira. Maybe you can take us through the World Government Summit.
His Excellency the President is going to be here basically as part of the broader policy of the engagement and re-engagement agenda, which has seen Zimbabwe growing its trade in fact, its exports from an approximate figure of 2 billion in 2017 when he took over to the current over 16 billion in terms of exports. So the efforts that His Excellency is making is actually around these kinds of meetings, being able to engage with other world leaders, business leaders, political leaders, to move Zimbabwe forward as part of our integration of Zimbabwe into the global economy, which he is doing so successfully.
Minister, maybe you can take us through some of the objectives that Zimbabwe is looking forward to attain by attending such a summit.
Zimbabwe's main aim is to make sure that Zimbabwe is sold as a peaceful, stable, and future-oriented society. And this is done by the chief diplomat of the country, who is the president. Issues of tourism are going to be discussed. Issues of technology are going to be discussed. Issues of general governance are going to be discussed.
Besides the summit, any other engagement that the nation should expect?
His Excellency will be expected to have engagements with other world leaders, either in business or political leaders, as part of his agenda here in Dubai. And we are expecting a lot that he will be doing in the next 3 days. He will be very busy here, engaging with all these leaders, and all this leading to our biggest national objective, which is stated in Section 8, Chapter 2 of the Constitution.
Action pegged, as we have heard there from the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Trade, Professor Amon Murwira, giving us an insight into what the nation should expect in the next 3 days.
Now back home, the $500 million United States investment, which created a multi-purpose industrial park in Hwange, is influencing the national drive to take Zimbabwe to an upper middle income society by 2030. Now our assistant editor, Mhlomali Ncube, reports.
The industrial park, a first of its kind in Zimbabwe, integrates a coke oven battery, a cement manufacturing plant, and a power generation facility, creating a synergistic ecosystem where coal is transformed into high-value products with virtually zero waste. Government is excited with how its beneficiation policy is reaping dividends.
President Ubaba Idi Mnangagwa ubuye lapha ngo-2021 wathola ama-companies wonke wasinika ama-investors amatsha agoqela yonale ikhampani ukuthi izoyenza coking coal, izoyenza i-power station, izoyenza i-cement. Njengoba ubona nje ndikuqhatshiwe abantwana abafika 200 and something abakhona apha eHwange aba-benefited direct from ku-employment yonaleyi.
We have witnessed a number of products being produced at this industrial park with 100 megawatts in terms of power generation and 250,000 metric tons of various coke products, numbering for between 5 and 10, with coke fines, coconuts, metallurgical coke, foundry coke, and many other products being produced at this industrial park, with varying sizes from 0 to 20, 20 to 40, 40 to 60, all the way to plus 120 millimeters in terms of size. But not only are they producing various coke products from coal, but also 500,000 metric tons in terms of cement production, which is generated utilizing fly ash. But not only have we witnessed advanced utilization of technology, which also includes the utilization of a gravitational wash plant in terms of the processing of coal into many other products, which also includes thermal coal, which is then utilized to generate 100 megawatts, but also an intention and commitment to expand both in terms of metallurgical coke production to an additional 250,000 metric tons of various coke products, but also an expansion in terms of power generation with another 100 megawatts. All this energy that will be generated is for the national grid.
Zhongjing Heli representative Mr. Liam Bruce spoke highly of the country's investment climate.
In the future, we are now doing the phase 2 of our power plant, which will give us another 135 megawatts power supply. And also the coke plant, we are also extending another phase 2, which gives another 255,000 tons per year.
Zimbabwe has placed its mining sector at an advanced level as the Second Republic continues courting more investors for sustainable development. Mhlomuli Ncube, SABC News, Hwange.
Communities in Chivi are celebrating a successful summer cropping season following the continuous benefits from the Tugi Mukosi Dam.
The construction of the Tugi Mukosi Dam has seen massive downstream benefits, which has, among other things, seeing hunger as a yesteryear story, particularly for the Kororo community in Chivi. The 50-hectare project that covers green maize, rice, as well as chilies is able to ensure that families from this area are food self-sufficient. Masvingo Province Principal Irrigation Engineer Justice Musadaidzwa unpacks how the irrigation system works, with villagers looking forward to a bumper harvest.
Just downstream of our Mukosi Dam. Saka tine reliable water source. Tinotora ne2 pumps, but an operator one at a time, arma 150 horsepower. Saka one pump operates at a time in per standby. So far, taka connector one to solar, one to grid electricity. Saka inenge hybrid powered pumping station.
Pachivi kwaitu ndo nzvimbo yaitozikamwa nokuti chemberedzeko dzakabika mabwe zikamwa muto nenyaya yezhara. Kuda munyika yemese, kuda tanga titori panumber 5 dunhu rokwaChivi. Asi tinotenda hurumende yeZimbabwe yababa Mnangagwa neUNDP vakatibatsira kuti tisvike patiri nhasi.
Isu seMzimba village ndingati is a dream come true nokuti tiri pakati pehondo huru yokupedza nzara, asi nzara dzava ngano nokuti kana ndakatarisa isu tatuva mukati mevision 2030.
For government, Masvingo province has recorded notable strides under the National Development Strategy 1, particularly in the agricultural sector.
The developmental projects and infrastructure, looking into the devolution funding, which accelerated mostly on the developmental projects. We received a devolution funding since 2021 during the NDS1 of 2.8 billion Zimbabwe dollar, which facilitated the projects. We completed more than 200 projects under the devolution fund.
Ensuring food self-sufficiency is a key deliverable for the Second Republic, and over the years this target has been achieved. And for Gororo village in Chivi district, the vision is set and the future is certain. Oline Ndori, ZBC News, Chivi.
The positive trade balances for the months of October and November last year have been described as a signal of the economy's high foreign currency earning potential and increasing local content production for the country.
Business and religion were under the same roof at an international business seminar held in the nation's capital this Sunday, with Her Royal Highness Princess Nancy Ngenge of Eswatini, who flew into the country this Friday as the guest of honor. Now, the program, which was organized by the Logos Church under the theme The Year of Strange Results, was meant to empower youths.
The church is the one that intercedes for the nation, and also the church is supposed to support. We're also supporting the vision of our president. You know, he declared that Zimbabwe is open for business.
Entrepreneurs who spoke at the event said they believe true business success cannot be attained in the absence of spirituality.
Today's conference is all about equipping people with the right tools, using the people that we have succeeded and made it in life already, or people who we look upon to as young women or young men in business. And I personally as well have already have grasped several things from the CEOs that are in the house, whereby they are nurturing and training youngsters that Christianity and also the business sector work together hand in hand.
Most people who became successful entrepreneurs, like the greats of the greats here in this country, these are people who were not comfortable where they were and they wanted a better life. They wanted to provide a solution. And that's what I urge all young people out there.
Business is spiritual. So every other person that you see that are in business, they kind of look at spiritual inspiration for them to be able to do what they do.
Speaking in an interview with ZBC News on the sidelines of the event, Her Royal Highness Princess Ngenge said she was looking forward to collaborating with some of the captains of industry who were present at the event.
I've already identified a few because I am into the ICT space. I am the chairperson of the ICT and portfolio committee in the Senate. So there's a gentleman here who's into that. There's a lot that can be done. We're looking forward to doing business together.
The youth who were present also weighed in.
As young entrepreneurs, you just have to believe in yourself and put effort in whatever that you want to do and believe in yourself.
It gives you connections and you get to meet lots of people that will help you grow spiritually.
Now, apart from the business opportunities, Her Royal Highness Princess Nancy Ngenge said she was impressed by the beauty of Zimbabwe, adding that she is looking forward to visiting the majestic Victoria Falls. This alone a testament of government's religious tourism efforts. Panasha Nagoli, ZBC News, Harare.
There was in fact a report on the Eswatini Princess, Her Royal Highness Princess Nancy Ngenge, who says she is impressed by the business opportunities found in Zimbabwe. Now, we give you the report on the positive trade balances for the months of October and November last year.
The 4.1% annual inflation figure for January has proven to be the hallmark of the country's economic transformation under the Second Republic, as it is the first time Zimbabwe has undergone a single-digit inflation figure in nearly 3 decades. The Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe released a set of economic highlights which demonstrate a largely stable macroeconomic environment. Another encouraging economic indicator is the positive monthly trade balances for October and November last year, highlighting the economy's high foreign currency earning potential, where the economy earned more than $16 billion from exports and remittances last year.
What the remittances, USD remittances from the diaspora, the exports that we have been received, which is about 16.3. And you can also see that even on the annual inflation, which was about 15% for 2025, with an average of 0.4 from February 2025 to December, 0.4%. So this can actually gives us comfort, confidence.
These economic indicators are in sync with the national economic growth projections of 6% last year and 5% in 2026.
The Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe, we need to appreciate what they've done with the Minister of Finance. I think it's coming from the tone at the top of the leadership of the government. What we are also encouraging the citizens of Zimbabwe, let's have to buy in whatever the government is trying to do, because this is our own country. We're in the country. So let's just have a teamwork concept by working as a team. Whatever is brought by the minister, also for those judged people, let's pray for the ministers for whatever they say to be the truth to the nation, so that all citizens will be happy by the end of the year.
The 5-year National Development Strategy 2 policy blueprint launched last year will recalibrate government's policy implementation to further grow the economy into an upper middle income society by the year 2030. Owen Mandova, ZBC News, Harare.
And now Zimbabwe remains a destination of choice, with Hwange National Park emerging as one of the major draw cards for both international and local tourists. Let's hear more.
The month of January is generally regarded as the low season for tourism activities, especially for international visitors. However, this year, the festive season stretched, with Hwange National Park abuzz with visitors who could not resist the attractiveness of the park. ZBC News crew caught up with tourists from Germany and the United Kingdom in the heart of the park, who described their experience as memorable.
Very, very wonderful country with very, very kindly people, peaceful people. Oh, it's wonderful for us to see them in life. The elephant, it's an elephant, zebra, Alfred, hilf mir, and giraffe, gell?
It's been brilliant. We've only been here 2 days, but it's amazing. The people are incredible. The scenery and the wildlife are amazing. And it's just a beautiful country. I was here 28 years ago as well, long time ago. And it just remains a wonderful, wonderful place to come and visit.
For me, it's been a wonderful experience. This was a bucket list for me. I didn't think I was going to manage to come here, but it's been wonderful. I saw all the animals that I wanted to see. See, I'm getting emotional. So yeah, I'm from Scotland. I'm from Fife in Scotland.
The hotels, the lodges, I think they're on a very high level when you compare it with other countries. So it's really nice. It's fantastic to visit your country and stay in hotels or here in Hwange in the safari lodges everywhere.
Hwange National Park, alongside other key attraction centers such as Gonarejo National Park, Mana Pools, Eastern Highlands, Nyanyadze Hot Springs, Nyangani Mountains, Binga Sand Beach and Victoria Falls, remains the country's irresistible star attraction. Tichawo Nakurewa, ZBC News, Hwange.
Beitbridge District is fast becoming a citrus production hub as government continues targeting it as a high-value strategic crop for development.
Farmers at Shashe Irrigation Scheme are contributing to citrus production as the Second Republic focuses on increasing the area under citrus production to 8,000 hectares by 2030. We visited Shashe Orchard and managed to speak with some of the farmers.
Ma-orange haya ri khou vhona a tshi ri thusa muṱani ngauri nga tshifhinga ri tshi wana tshelede iyi ya ma-orange i khou kona u nthusa uri ndi yo badelela vhana tshikoloni.
Ndi kona ngari i khou create employment kha mayouth avo rine.
Wa lima wa rengisa zwinovo wo zwilima khou kona u wana vho zwiṱukunyana u kona u badela ṅwana school fees.
The Shashe Orchard leadership says most farmers who are part of the scheme continue to reap more benefits.
In
terms of revenue, on an average year, we can get around 250,000 US. In terms of community benefit, the farmers get payouts.
Government highlighted the importance of such a project in empowering local communities.
Rono wana vhutanzi ha uri haya ma orange a khou thusa nga maanḓa kha phuli ya Shashe ngauri hone vha na mishumo wa wana mayuthi vha tshi hiriwa fa u ita maswiri haya wa wana na vhone vhathu hava vha tshi rengisa maswiri haya vha tshi isa vhana zwikoloni.
The citrus production at Shashe irrigation scheme comes at a time when government is encouraging new investment in orchards, particularly in districts like Beitbridge, to drive exports, which increased by 22% in 2025. Aifeli Mudau, ZBC News, Beitbridge.
From Beitbridge to Mashonaland East, where the ZANU-PF ruling party held its first PCC meeting of the year in Marondera, with emphasis on the implementation of the conference resolution, preparations of the National Youth Day, and the need to grow the party.
The ZANU-PF PCC meeting held in Marondera this Sunday set the tone for the party activities in 2026, with emphasis on the implementation of the Mutare Conference party resolutions high on the agenda, as the provincial party chairperson Honorable Daniel Garwe rallied the party members to offer unwavering support to the leadership of President Mnangagwa.
Tikoshera ndechikuti atine theme yehurukuro dzedu inosanganisira kudanana, kubatana nekuregererana kuti tikwanise kuumba musangano wedu kubva paongori kuti uende kumberi. Tinoda kuti tivake ZANU-PF Mashonaland East zvinodadisa. Chimwe chatasimbisa ndechekuzivisa vanhu kuti ma-resolutions ese sekutambirwa kwakaitwa muna October neconference ari kuimplementwa. Mamwe ari kuimplementwa nemusangano ndeyekupati, mamwe ari kuimplementwa negovernment through ma-various ministries.
Politburo member Comrade Mike Bima said loyalty to the party and president is key to building a united and a stronger party.
Chokutanga chinotarisirwa kunhengo yemusangano is loyalty to the party, loyalty to the leadership. Kana uri loyal kumusangano, uri loyal kuparty, kubatana hakunetsi. Nokuti zvese zvauri kuita uri kuzvibvunza, am I loyal to the party? Am I loyal to leadership? Leadership tichitanga kubva kumusoro kuna president. Ne leadership yatinoshanda nayo zuva nezuva.
The province is also preparing to launch campaigns for Chikomba Ward 4 and 7 council by-elections on the 7th and 14th of this month, as the party looks forward to extend its dominance. Kenya's Chivuje, ZBC News, Marondera.
ZANU-PF says the inclusion of returnees into positions of power reflects the party's commitment to inclusivity. This comes as preparations for the Ward 1 by-elections gather momentum.
In a clear demonstration of ZANU-PF's inclusivity policy, former opposition leader Comrade Gifty Konjana will represent the ruling party in Chegutu Ward 1 by-election. He says his decision to rejoin ZANU-PF was motivated by the need to work within a framework that delivers tangible development at grassroots level.
Problem irikuitika nhasi ndeyekuti opposition haina direction. Opposition is scattered. Opposition is leaderless.
Director of the commissariat Dzokai Kumusha Vuyani Ekaya, Comrade Blessing Chebundo, criticized the opposition for failing to prioritize the interests of the electorate and applauded the Second Republic for delivering tangible national development milestones. ZANU-PF Mashonaland West provincial leadership, led by Politburo member Comrade Ziambi Ziambi, say the inclusion of returnees in influential positions proves that inclusion is not just a policy, it is a lived reality.
nekuti vane zvimwe zvavakararama nezvavakadzidza zvisina uyo anga ari mumusha.
Tizaona kuti vintu pana improvement. Already maona majojo tenkawo. Tinauza kuti manzi kulibe. ZANU-PF is an action party. Kapena tikamvela problem tienda kuvantu. Vapresident vaiti Mnangagwa vakonda vantu.
Tichaona kuti pamunenge muchironga zvamunenge muchironga navakonjani panonetsa poitwa sei. Toda kuti munhu wese paanotengesera nekugara apo paite zvakanaka.
So uyu mukana wedu sepati kuti tikaita kansela wedu zvinotibatsira nekuti panenge pane kudyidzana pakati pangu inisa MP na kansela.
The Chegutu Ward 1 by-election is scheduled for the 21st of February. The seat fell vacant following the death of sitting councillor Kempton Mukombwa, who passed on last year. Tamuka Charakupa, ZBC News, Chegutu.
As the government works towards getting the country back to being the breadbasket of Africa, a Mberengwa miner-turned-farmer Gadzirai Mudzingwa is walking the talk after setting a massive agriculture enterprise in a clear testimony of government success in the land reform program. Courage Bushe was in Mberengwa district and filed the following report.
In a shift from mining to farming, ZBC News caught up with Gadzirai Mudzingwa at his farm in Mberengwa, who is into cattle breeding, poultry and farming, serves as an example to other miners in the province that agriculture can be a viable and lucrative business opportunity.
Toda kutenda zvikuru chirongwa chemutungamiri wenyika wakati business rive open kumunhu wese ende havanazve vavanoda kusiya kumashure kana nzvimbo yavachasiya kumashure. Pano ndoona sokuti tatokomborerwa zvikuru nekuti navarimisi ava tinoshanda ihochekoche. Mwaka wapfuura ndakaona 22 tons. Mwaka uno ndinotarisira kudarika kana kupinda kudarika 30 tons.
The local leadership commended Mr. Mudzingwa for embracing government's precision farming, saying it will go a long way in securing the district's food security.
Ona sokuti isu zvakaihwa nomurimi wedu pano taona sokuti zvakatinakira because gora iye zvinota ndofunga tatwa ne zvima 3 to 4 years achirima ma hybrids ma 7 series asi achitibudira
zvita zvenga zvisiko saka kana kuchita ma project akadai vanhu vomatunhu muchita ma project akadai chinhu chakanyanyisa kunaka tinoye tichitarisira kuti nokufamba kwenguva matunhu edu achange akamira zvakanaka.
Mudzingwa's farming exploits have managed to create employment for the local community through its various projects and is contributing towards the provincial gross domestic product. Karejushe, ZBC News, Mberengwa.
Now, still in Mberengwa, 3 learners from Musume Primary School were found dead in a disused mine pit this Sunday. The matter was confirmed by Mberengwa District Development Coordinator Mr. Vafios Hlabati. Indications are that the children drowned while they were swimming in a disused mine pit. Now, on that said note, we take a short break. We will be back with more. Do stay with us.
A historic milestone is underway as the first temple of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Zimbabwe opens its doors to members of the public. This rare open house invites people from all backgrounds to step inside and feel the peace, beauty, and purpose of this sacred place. From 22 January to 7 February 2026, residents and visitors alike are all welcome. Come and see the Harare Zimbabwe Temple at 65 Enterprise Road, Harare.
Welcome back. You're still watching Sunday Edition. Now, the church is partnering government to address issues affecting youth, such as drug and substance abuse.
Various social ills affecting youth, such as drug and substance abuse, have prompted the church to partner government in coming up with empowerment programs, particularly for the youth dividend.
As the Harare City Center Church Youths, we are so happy with the empowerment that Trukupiwa with the church leadership yakabatana government, because some of us vari kuita zvema drugs vari kuma locations, but isusu tawana the opportunity yekuti tiite outgrow zvinhu zviri matiri.
We are learning so much about knowing Christ, building ourselves to become the best versions of ourselves.
Vamwe vari kutoita zvema drugs, vamwe ndo vakutoita zvekuba, vamwe vari kutoita a lot, but panapa tawanirwa mukana wekuti tizvigadzire upenyu hwedu.
We are thankful for programs like this that empower us as youth, and we're also thankful that the church, the SDA Church, is now taking recognition of us and giving us these empowerment programs so that we can go forward.
The initiatives aim to provide productive alternatives to young people who are also vulnerable to the drug and substance abuse epidemic currently ravaging urban and rural communities.
We have one of our brainchild, which is the Kuguta Mission Gardens, where we have sent 10 of our children, our young people, who are there doing farming and learning on the job already. And we want to establish more and more of these cohorts where we gather our young people in response to the efforts of the government.
We train the hand, the heart, and also the mind. So this three-pronged philosophy then helps us that as we also work with the government here at church, we're not just preaching and enriching people spiritually, but what we want to do is we actually want to help them to develop their hand, especially the hand, because the government is working on skills development.
The programs are signifying the church's role to spiritually and morally uplift society.
I want to encourage parents that let us have a single of purpose for the sake of our children. Single. The eye must be single because of our children. We are going to lose them if we are not careful. In fact, we have lost them. You might wonder why they are doing the things that they are doing, or they have no interest in church. Because in the homes where they are coming from, it is Babylon.
We now have the access to identify the youth with certain skills in their churches and also create or close the gaps between the government and private sector. But at the same time, this is going to come up with a solution to the issue of drug and substance abuse.
The development come at a time government is putting emphasis on the establishment of vocational training centers, which are cited as critical solutions for youth empowerment, skills development, and employment creation. John Nandara, ZBC News, Harare.
Small business owners in Bulawayo are set to benefit from new opportunities following the launch of the National Association of Small Business, which promises support services aimed at unlocking the potential of entrepreneurs.
The National Association of Small Business has officially launched its operations in Bulawayo, bringing together entrepreneurs from various sectors at McDonald Hall in Mzilikazi. The association says its mandate is to empower small businesses through networking, training and access to markets, both locally and internationally.
I can now join a group yabantu abaye China ngingahambi ngedwa ukuthi into zami mazibuya this side zibuye ngithenga into ethe lower price.
Panyaya yandanyanya kufarira inyaya yekuti you can get zvaunoda straight from the manufacturer
usina kutanga waenda kumahostel to the third party uchidaro, you can actually get zvinhu zvekutanga before usati waenda mberi.
Mina ngimela ngiyayibonga kakhulu iNASB because sinje ngime khona sihambe eChina, sihambe group eyabafazi ngamadoda. Khonapho bona i-t-shirt yami ibhalwe ukubambana kwabantu. Sihamba eChina kusifundise ukuthi ukubambana into enhle.
Kathesi umumo khona abantu beZimbabwe manje bayasukuma besebenza. So abantu ukuthi bayasukuma bezama ukuthi bedinga abangakwenza ukuthi bephile, abantwana bebephila ngesikhathi si revampa industry.
The NASB launch is expected to strengthen the small business sector in Bulawayo by promoting unity, skills development and sustainable growth among entrepreneurs.
The installation of Mr. Ben Chipanda as the 18th Chief Nematombo at Karambazungu Primary School in Hurungwe West this Friday speaks to the Second Republic's commitment to filling vacant chieftainships across the country.
Traditional leadership remains a pillar to peace and development in communities. Today, the installation of Chief Nematombo has renewed focus on the critical role traditional leadership play in resolving conflicts, preserving culture, and driving government's development agenda at grassroots level.
President vatiremekeza semadzishe munzvimbo vatipawo chiremera chedu patinofamba pese tinenge takuoneka kuti uyu mukuru wenzvimbo yedu.
The Chiefs Council leadership praised the Second Republic for clearing the backlog on vacant chieftainships and the continued capacitation of traditional leaders.
Ngiyathaba ukuthi uminister unanzelela ukuthi kwakusela izinduna eziningi umnyaka lo ophelileyo zingafakwanga ezikhundleni zazo kodwa upresident esezappointile. Khathesi ke sifuna ukuqedisa singakaqalisi lo umnyaka ka2026 siqedise okwasala kumnyaka ophelileyo.
Tine kutenda kukuru kuti vision yavo ye2030 inoda kutsigirwa nekuti nyika inonzi inovakwa nevene vayo uyezve kunonzi iwe neni tine basa andimavaona. So president vari kuti dai tese taita kuti nyika yedu inge yasumukira. Saka kana isu semadzimambo tikaona anoda kuidzosera kumashure aiwa tinotogumbukawo nazvo.
Mashonaland West leadership commended traditional leaders for promoting government's developmental agenda.
Ndikugadzai nekukusira chitsvambe chekuti mubude muri mucherechedzo wezvakarurama wekuchengetedza zvisikwa zviri mumvura uye nezviri muvhu, tsika dzedu neutongi hune nduramo neungwaru. Mave ziso idzva rehurumende inotungamirwa nababa Mnangagwa.
Maita henyu matirangarira sehurungwe, matigadzira mutungamiriri wedu zvakare mukavapa tsoka dzekufambisa. Tinoda kuti munotitendera nemaproject ese avari kutiitira muno.
As Chief Nematombo formally assumes office, the focus now shifts from ceremony to service, with peace being the foundation and development being the goal. Tamuka Charakupa, ZBC News, Hurungwe.
The construction of more classroom blocks at Chingwizi Primary School in Mwenezi District is raising hopes for improved access to education and relief for learners who walk more than 5 kilometers to the nearest school.
Villagers in Ward 2 Mwenezi East constituency are bringing to life the Nyika Inovakwa Nevene Vayo philosophy as they are taking the lead in the construction of schools in their area. For many years, learners had to endure long distances to find the nearest school, but through the Community Development Fund availed by government, through the local legislator, Honorable Sheila Chikomo, the community is now constructing learning facilities for their children. The locals are appreciative of the support they are getting from the political leadership by complementing the financial support with their different skills to ensure Chingwizi primary classroom blocks construction is a success.
Tine rimwe new block riri kutovakwa rava pa roofing level. Tinoda kuzvitenda izvozvo isu savabereki tichiita zvana kusenga kwejecha, kuforoma zvidhina, kutsvaka kunyangwe kucherwa kwemvura.
Vana mungozva mwana achimuka achibva kunoko achifamba 8 kilometers kunonyora bvunzo zvinenge zvakati omei, saka vaisvika vaneta. Saka iye zvino toda kuti gore rino parinopera iri tinge takwanisawo kuti vana vedu vadzidzewo vari pano pachikoro vachinyorerawo bvunzo pano pachikoro.
Chido china MP wedu uri kutsigira donzo rapurezidendi zvizhinji nemavonero aanoita nemashandiro aanoita nesu.
Tiri kutenda chaizvo nokuti vana vazhinji kuchikoro vanga vasingachauyi nokuda kwekuti mvura ikanaya vanga vasingakwanisi kuti vauye kuchikoro. Saka tiri kutenda nokuti iko zvino izvi vakuwanawo pokudzidzira, vakukwanisa kusiyawo kunyange mabhuku avo hachanayiwi.
Authorities are confident that such collaborations will accelerate development.
Tinotendazve MP vedu vari kutibatsiramo kunyanya bhuloku ramunoona rimwe risati rapera kuvakwa iro vanenge vachitibatsira kunyanya zvikuru.
Vabereki vachibatsirana nesu sevamiririri vavo kuhurumende vari kuisa mavoko zvakanyanya kuti tibudirire ende mberi panyaya yezvikoro kuburikidza nana CDF painouya MP vedu vanobva vatora zvidimbu vachiisa vachibatsira kuti tinge tichivaka.
Schools infrastructure development remains one of government's key priority areas under NDS2 as it moves to enhance access to quality and equitable education. Fungai Jachi, ZBC News, Mwenezi.
Manicaland province now, where the public-private partnerships have been cited as a key driver of universal health coverage after the commissioning of a new healthcare facility in Mutasa district this Thursday. The facility was constructed through a partnership between government and its development partners.
The commissioning of Wizo Marara Healthcare Facility, which was constructed under a public-private partnership model between government and the Year Africa Foundation, marks a huge milestone for the local community, which has long struggled with limited access to essential medical services. The opening of the clinic is nothing short of a miracle for villagers who used to travel for over 15 kilometers to Manica Bridge and Old Mtare for healthcare services, often using ox-drawn carts or costly hired vehicles in emergencies.
Zvanga zvakaoma nzvimbo yataifamba kuenda kunorapisa wana taitakurana nemabhara tichienda kuManica Bridge kuri kure.
Isusu unofanira kutanga kugara kunoku taitenda taenda kuti Mutare tine nhumbu zvaiva zvinonetsa tichifamba netsoka pamwe unozwa chibayo asi taingoenda zvakadaro. Saka tinotenda nekuti taisiwa clinic padhuze.
Pari zvino izvi hatinganyanya kuzwa kufara maningi nekuti tiri kutoti tasunungurwa kuti tive tiino nzvimbo yakanaka kudai. Yezve kuti nguva yekuti madzimai aita maternity unoona kuti zvaitonetsa kuti izvo anobva sei nekuno netransport yainetsa futi.
The president of Year Africa Foundation, Mr. Bidiam Zimbiti, expressed his organization's pride in seeing the project reach fruition.
Year Africa Foundation partners with the Zimbabwe communities to alleviate human needs, address shortage of health facilities in the schools. Here Africa Foundation, we promote sustainable development in this country.
The local leadership in Manicaland province lauded this collaboration as a prime example of how government and development partners can work together to achieve universal health access.
Kliniki takaiwamba mugore rakapera muna August. Kusvika nguva ino yatiri ya chipatara ichi chapera. Chichabatsira zvakanyanya kunharaunda dzinosanganidza mavillage anokwana kuita 5.
Wizo Marara Clinic stands as a clear testament to the commitment of the Second Republic, ably led by none other than Dr. Emerson Mnangagwa, our astute leader, under his visionary and able leadership, to decentralize essential services closer to the people and ensure that no one and no place is left behind. This facility reflects government's unwavering dedication to improving the well-being of communities at the grassroots level.
The Wizo Marara Healthcare Facility is equipped to handle outpatient services, maternity care and basic emergency procedures. Gay Matambo, ZBC News, Mutasa.
As communication mediums evolve every day worldwide, the Vavenda community from the Beitbridge district of Matabeleland South Province has remained confident in using the Zhompembe Mountain as a medium of communicating, saying it plays a significant role both in their spiritual and cultural identity. We get more from Aiferi Mudau in our This and That feature.
Standing tall approximately 85 kilometers on the northwest of Beitbridge town along one of the major highways in Zimbabwe, Beitbridge-Bulawayo Road is Jopembe Mountain, where different stories are being told by elders. Even during Jesus' time, mountains were places for prayer and spiritual retreat, but for the Venda community, the Jopembe Mountain has become a medium of communication that connects God and humanity.
Tabani ya Jopembe ange azvichipumura zvitu izvo zvikova zvichiamba mafura uri hai ridofura mvura iyana
zvaochirira kholomo Jopembe richialuwa then vatu vasanameri
nanamira ntange nisongobva nena chitu nango wabona chitu chinokutamisa ngachainenge chiri chechoraro
tava ila woba uchilira dzingoma uchilira mbudzi halira kuu halira ngu.
Mr. Katazo Muleya, a traditional leader whose jurisdiction covers the mountain, he has this to say.
Udowana uri una chitangadzimu chigomba chota chitenderiso uitari gomba una mibete ya 6 na misamiri yaone ya 6 ndiya matombo uchiyaone nepo ukototsa una ma steps anokwana ita 6 kaulira waona milidzo yaichirira ungadiwa kumba pachikombolo chakule vari kombolo kolada ngamuraizwa pa dongi ngamuraizwa kolomo ngamuraizwa nezo udoba na mvumo mvulu but kangu hapa yova inowa inatoza 7.
Chief Matibe says such sacred places should be respected because they play a major role in preserving cultural heritage.
Kana wabona uri apa vitu zvitu hazvichachimbira zvavudi ukoya kava kala wasvika wadzura pasi vayanepo kabhurege dzedzo dzinoera dzedzo vasvika vaamba zvine vaamba kana vakuita mini vadoona zvitu zvavo zvichivachimbira zvavudi.
But according to Beitbridge Rural District Council records, the mountain is not registered as a heritage site.
Varisumbedza vorine we seclude that place arifari and auna development ingaitiwa yenepo ngalivanga lauri we respect the culture.
Whether all these things being said are myths or facts, today 3 network boosters from different sales providers stand tall on top of Jopembe Mountain, ironically further asserting its importance in communication. Aifeli Mudau, ZBC News, Beitbridge.
That story from This and That taking us to a break. Don't go away. We'll be back with more stories after these messages.
Finished Form 4 or Upper 6, but the future seems unclear? If A-levels weren't for you or your results didn't open the right door, there's another pathway. At Trust Academy, we build custom routes to success. O-level graduates can skip A-levels and start a professional diploma immediately. For A-level graduates, see your results not as a dead end, but as a detour onto our path. We offer accredited diplomas through prestigious university partners: Midlands State University, Great Zimbabwe University, and Shinhoi University of Technology. Your diploma is also a powerful bridge to a degree. We offer flexible learning to fit your life. Stop wondering which path to take. Visit our website or Facebook page to explore every pathway and enroll today.
Welcome back. We dive straight into sports buzz. India sealed their semi-final spot with a commanding 58-run win over Pakistan in the final Super 6 clash of the ICC Under-19 Men's Cricket World Cup at Queen Sports Club today.
The five-time champions who set a target of 253 that proved too strong for Pakistan, with their bowlers stepping up when it mattered most. Vedant Travidi's patient 68-run knock laid the foundation for India's total, while Kanshik Chauhan and Kilian Patel's quick-fire 50-run stand provided the final flourish. India's unbeaten run in the tournament continues with wins over USA, Bangladesh, New Zealand and Zimbabwe in the group stage. This win marks India's progression to the semi-finals, where they have joined the defending champions Australia, Afghanistan and England. India is set to be the force to be reckoned with, as they have the most titles. The semi-finals are scheduled to kick off on Tuesday. Anna Shemrombedzi, ZBC News, Harare.
The Mighty Warriors have assembled in camp as they begin preparations for the COSAFA Women's Championship to be held in South Africa from the 18th of February to the 1st of March. Coach Sitetelelwe Sbanda's charges are set to hit the ground running, with training sessions set to start on Monday. The Mighty Warriors are targeting a strong response after exiting at the group stage of the 2024 COSAFA Women's Championship. Zimbabwe carry proud memories in the competition, having lifted the title in 2011 and will be aiming to reclaim regional honors. 30 players have been named for the two-week camp, which will focus on sharpening tactics and fitness ahead of the trip south.
Now, Warriors fans have hailed Tawanda Mashwanishe as a major attacking force following another standout performance in the Scottish Premiership.
Tawanda Mashwanishe is scored on after scoring a brace for Motherwell against Livingston yesterday in the Scottish Premiership, extending his lead on the scoring chance to 13 goals, and this has become his fifth consecutive match with a goal. Now, given his limited time at the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations AFCON finals last year in Morocco, the fans are wondering what could have been if he had started in the early games against Egypt and Angola. And now with this stellar performance, I was curious to hear what could be the Warriors fans seeing in their corners of football discussions.
I think we are in the right track. We're in Rudaro. There's another player brought Munyanyo Tarisa Jezi, right? Rufega Jezi number 19, Anonzi Mvana Mashwanishe. I think you've seen kuti ari kugohisa ende ku team kwake kwaari kuMotherwell ku Scotland. Saka we need him kuti that same energy yoyo iuye again to the national team.
That boy is a gem and we are happy for him. He's playing very well and playing at a higher level, like playing in Scotland. It's a big achievement and it's promising.
Mashwanishe ngaramba chirwa bhora ende ngawambe game time yakawanda. Is proving to be the man of the moment.
Zvinari kupisa. Ngangoti makoches edu ngavangoita zvekuti mufana yaramba ari mugame. We brighter future ema youngsters muZimbabwe.
Mashwanishe mutambisi. Vachimutora vachimuibhidha sezvakatarisana nema-African qualifiers. I think zvinodzidzira zvakanaka. With such a good talent.
Now, if you remember very well, Warriors coach Marian Madnika had a European tour to engage with eligible players that could represent Zimbabwe, and Mashwanishe was part of them. Perhaps he is likely to be the top priority, with the upcoming event being the 2027 Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers next month. Anna Shemrombedzi, ZBC News, Harare.
Now, Zimbabwe's Warriors vice-captain Marshall Munetsi made an immediate impact in France after winning a decisive penalty as Paris FC drew 2-2 with Marseille in a Ligue 1 clash this Saturday. Munetsi was introduced as a second-half substitute and played a key role late in the match, earning the penalty that allowed Paris FC to secure a vital point in their relegation battle. The result leaves the team 7 points clear of relegation play-off zone. The 29-year-old midfielder recently joined Paris FC on a 6-month loan from Wolverhampton Wanderers. Munetsi is no stranger to French football, having previously spent 6 seasons with Reims between 2019 and 2025 before his move to England during the last winter transfer window.
That's a cap in Sports Buzz. Straight into showbiz, where the world's biggest crafts showcase the 39th edition of the Suraj Kand International Crafts Mela, which commenced this Saturday at Faridabad in India, and now has provided Zimbabwe with a platform to directly market brand Zimbabwe throughout. Let's take a look.
Live from Faridabad in India, where the world is like a craft showcase is underway. The showcase commenced this Saturday and is set to run for 2 weeks. That is, it will run until the 15th of February. Today, being the second day of the showcase, is mainly about giving countries a platform to showcase their brands through traditional dance. Right now, Zimbabwe is on stage, showcasing brand Zimbabwe through traditional music and song. Being a global showcase, the Fed has given over 50 countries a platform to showcase their unique traditions through song and dance.
The Harare Weekend entertainment scene kicked off in high gear with a lavish film awards ceremony, vibrant anniversary celebrations, and a surprise club appearance by a top Amapiano DJ showcasing the city's dynamic nightlife and creative talent.
Welcome to the Dream House Pictures graduation ceremony.
The weekend kicked off in style as local film production outfit Dreamhouse Productions held its Academy Awards night for graduates who produced films in 2025. The lavish event celebrating new cinematic talent was held at Stir Kineko in Joiner City, Harare. Meanwhile, first anniversary celebrations at the Skyline River Resort featured a strong lineup of local acts. The crowd was entertained by J Boss's Satisfaction and the Trinity Band, with Silent Killer getting the crowd going. Adding to the night buzz, Amapiano hitmaker DJ Maporisa made a surprise visit to Pablo's nightclub, spending time with local fans and energizing the venue. Farai Gwaze, ZBC News.
Well, that's Sunday edition for tonight. Thank you for giving us your time. Good night.
Good night.